I'm in the sad position of I'm really liking this motor now. It runs good. It's fun to drive. But the clutch is not. Something isn't right with the clutch. Now, Rich says it's clutch chatter, so he's giving me the opportunity to pull it. And I'm here to tell you, I'm hating it. Because it's all hooked up and working and not leaking any issue. So I'm going to try and send it back. Just the motor and the clutch. I'm going to try and leave as much of this on there as I can. I'll take the heater off, of course, and leave my coil. But anyway, video 1, wish me luck. Here's where I start. I drain the oil, drain the radiator fluid, take off that heater, and I take off this bumper, and I start working my lights off. That's my process, and the next video I'll tell you where I'm at from there. Check back in. Or maybe I'll figure out how to put it on the end of this video. Anyway. Antique engine rebuilding. Or antique engine building. It's one of the two. That's their touring motor with the 6.1 head. So far, I like it a lot for the mountains where I live. If I just didn't have that clutch chatter I had. Anyway, check in. Okay, video number 2 here. See, all antifreeze is out, all the oil is out. As you can see, I took the hood off. The only thing taking the hood off is, which it rubs right down and take the hood off. These two little screws right there, and then of course your rod sits in here. And let's see, next thing to come off, I'll be loosening radiator hoses. I haven't done the lights yet. I've done the bumper. Bumper's off. Last jug of antifreeze down there. So next time you see it, maybe I'll have this whole radiator out of it. And the radiator's only got 2 bolts down here. After this, so after I get the shell off, you can see one of the bolts here and one of the bolts there. And I gotta undo the wiring, of course. And that's where we're at. Let's see where we are here next video. Boom. Okay, this is video 3. I'm just showing now I have the light bar off. Not difficult at all, 9/16 bolts hold these on. You got to take your wires off on the inside. If everything is restored, none of this is terrible. It would be nice if these wires unhooked in this area, because then you could just take your light bar right off without taking out your lenses. And so my 2 wires coming in, I have 1 wire nutted. Oops, that was nice. 1 wire nutted and 1 push in. I could change that too, but it's working, so that's not my problem. Next thing is these are coming off. We're loosening. I'm not going to loosen these just yet. The shell's coming off. The shell comes off with 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pull the wiring back so it's out of the way. All the wiring back out of here. Yeah, that's it. Video 3. So video 4 here, I have the radiator out. The 2 bolts that hold it are here. Here. There's the washer I was missing laying down in there. Now we're up to the motor part. Like I said, I'm trying to mill this motor back to AEB just like you're seeing it. I'm going to leave these hoses on. I'm leaving my inlet on. I'm leaving everything on. I'm just going to take this plug and this plug out to lift it. Of course, the ignition will be off, the coil will be off, water temperature will be off. But I might have to take the starter off and put it back on, just because it's sometimes a little iffy to pull it there. That's about it. My wires here, these are turn signal wires. This is of course just the standard harness. The cowl light I have hooked up separately, so I leave this wire just hanging there. So far so good. This is where I'm at. Let's see, next thing will be unhooking carburetors. I'm also leaving all that on. I'm going to leave the horn. I'm leaving everything. I want to get it back and put it in. So the real trick will be in the packaging. I'm going to build a stand for it. Show you some videos of that. I'm actually going to make a welded stand this time. Since you're, 3rd time shipping it back, you want to have a stand that's going to make it the 3rd time. Unhook the mufflers, which of course I just got sealed up very nicely. And discoloration on the muffler, it comes from the stuff that works. which is this stuff. Boom. Good stuff. Eric Winger, Model Medic. Never seen this stuff before in my life, but let me tell you what else it'll do. It will repair fire logs. I fixed a fire log in my stove and it worked. But you gotta do it what the directions say. You have to have a clean surface, then wet it, then apply it, wait 30 minutes, heat it up for 10 at least. But anyways, I'll return here in a second with a little more. We'll see where we're at and keep pushing. Okay, I'm quitting for the night. Everything is off of the car except motor mounts. And you can see I am running at the moment floater motors in the back. Everything disconnected except for the motor mounts. In the front, I've got the original mount. Everything to me looks like it rides nice. Everything lines up. My crank and that whole line up. It's crazy because this is getting pulled for clutch chatter and a leak. There is a little bit of oil leaking back there. I don't know what it is, but tomorrow I'll take the bell housing apart. I'll take the throttle body linkage off. I'll take probably the starter. I'm not sure on that, but probably because it will rub the steering coming out. And I'll take these motor mounts out. And hopefully it'll be pulled. We'll see. Tune in for the next saga of engine removal number 3. Well, I got away from taking videos. I got busy and I built this stand today. So the motor will be shipped like this on this stand. I just had some scrap metal around. I fit up the rear mounts, welded it up, gave it a quick paint job, put my info on the thing. I think this motor has an oil leak issue. That's my thought. See that black oil in there? And that's coming from a rear main, not anywhere else. And let's see. Last time I sent this back, I don't think it was driven. And I think it might even leak up here. So, whatever AEP is going to do, this whole thing needs going over. It runs good, but it's leaking oil. That may be causing clutch issues. I don't know. I do know I'm on the 3rd pull. So this time we built a fancy schmancy stand. Yeah. Anyway, stay tuned. There's my Mitchell transmission. Can this get slop in it? Does anybody know? I replaced everything except this sleeve. This has been two throw bearings. Everything's new in here, everything. And this is the Mitchell synchronized transmission. That's their real deal leak seal. So, now I gotta clean these exhausts again. 3rd time. It's awesome. Yep. Anyway, stay tuned for this saga.